Alright, what's the best bike for bike packing? If you want more tips, go to Durianriders.com, get a copy of my book, Durianriders Lean Body Bible. It's the best cycling tip book you're going to get. You're up behind it, you coughing a bit there?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks.
So yeah, seriously though, first tip I would say, get a bright coloured helmet. Many different helmets out there. Bright colour. I'm sponsored by Cass, so they do some bright colours. But this helmet might not fit you. This helmet might not fit you at all. And you always want to have a good helmet because safety first, man. There's many good companies out there. There's Cass, there's Trek, Specialized. Try and go something with neon. I know that laser helmets do a neon helmet that doesn't fade. A lot of helmet companies fade, laser ones don't. And this thing's here called cat ears. Little cat ears. And they block the wind. They work really good. They look really goofy. Look like Geraint Thomas with big sideburns or Wiggins. But they definitely block the wind a lot. I did a 120k ride yesterday on the Indipac course. It's quite windy, it's about 20k an hour southwesterly. Man, big difference, it was quite surreal. So cat ears, Google it up. All right, we're gonna look at bikes here. This is a bike that I recommend for bike packing. It's a Trek Monda. It's called the H2 Fit, bit of a higher position. I've got my old faithful trusty TCR, which I do love. But we'll talk about bike fit quickly. Generally with bike packing, you're not really going to be in the drops, just like holding the wheel. You know, it's 450 watts, stuff like that. Generally, when I find I'm doing 400, 800 watts, pretty every day. I generally want a lower front end. Just something about getting over the front of the bike, which seems to really help, especially on a climb. But when you're doing 150 watts for 10, 12, 20 hours a day, you're generally not going to be too bent over. You know, you generally, I find, I want to be a bit more upright to have less pressure on the hands, etc. Because the more bent over you are, the more pressure's on your hands typically, and also pressure on your perineum, on your groin. So I generally find that I want to be a bit more upright. Because you're also going slower, so aerodynamics aren't as important unless you've got a big headwind, but you're going to have TT bars in there anyway. And so yeah, so anyway, this is the Trek Monda H2 Fit. This is a 58 centimeter. I normally run a 56, but for bike packing, I like a little bit bigger frame, a little bit of a higher front end. It's less pressure on the saddle, less pressure on your hands, a bit more relaxed comfort, and also just a fair bit of seat post out here, so got a bit of flex as well. Gearing, I'll put mountain bike cranks on this. It's a 38-22 with 22 in the back. So when you're fully loaded with your bike packing bags, then this bike will be a breeze to go up any climb, back of Falls Creek, Woodlands Way, anything. I've got 28mm tyres for a bit more comfort there on the rougher roads. And the good thing about the Trek Monda is it does fit 28mm tyres pretty good. So that's a lot about this ALR. It's a fantastic bike. Quite affordable as well for us people living in the Western economy. There's an ant. And mountain bike shoes and pedals as well, I run because it's just easier walking around. And there's no loss of performance. A carbon fibre sole mountain bike shoe works fantastic. So I've got mountain bike cranks on there, and to save weight, I only put one crank on. Let's talk TCR, let's talk the aero bars. You're gonna wanna have aero bars on your bike packing bike. It just makes a big difference on the tarmac. If you're doing gravel stuff, I wouldn't recommend using aero bars on gravel, a bit dangerous, potentially, if you're not experienced. So again, the aero bars give you a different hand position and a bit more aero on the headwinds, and just, yeah, good. But again, you want your aero bars high enough so you're not like your neck back, you know what I mean? You want to be comfortable on the bike. So when you're doing big hours, comfort's a priority. Another tip is the mirror. This is a Cat Eye BM45. This is my favorite mirror because it's big enough but not too big, but it's not convex, so it really has a very accurate indication of how far people are behind you. And it positionings really well, and it doesn't rattle, it doesn't vibrate. It's just fucking awesome. I love it. The bars here, I've put some foam in there for extra padding. I got these aero bars in 2004, so they've had 15 years of service. I've ridden across Australia with this, from, you know, like, actually I haven't ridden across Australia with these. I've ridden from LA to, actually I didn't. I've used them a lot though. But I've ridden from Perth to tip of Cape York. Actually I've ridden Brisbane to Gold Coast to Cairns in these bars. I'm a Trek US postal bike. So I've ridden from Perth to Adelaide to Melbourne to tip of Cape York, Los Angeles, from Seattle, Singapore to Laos. Done a bit of touring. Bike bags are really good, carbon seat post friendly. You want to wrap this post up with a bit of tape so it doesn't rub away your carbon. And bags in here, what are you going to carry? You're going to have your lightweight sleeping bag, lightweight bivvy bag, stuff like that. This has also got some reflective tape on there. You want to be seen, man. You want to be seen. My jerseys are generally high vis, high bright colours, and it's not a bad idea to run daylights, especially in certain visibles. Because people on their phone, man, everyone's fucking texting on their phone, swiping Tinder, left, right, and just they're looking up every few seconds. So if you're wearing black stuff, they ain't gonna fucking see you, man. It's really hard. You know, they should be paying attention, but look, people aren't. So we have to pay attention, and we have to also be seen. So be as bright as possible. High vis helmet, high vis socks, ideally high vis jersey as well. As a minimum, daylights are really important out there. So they're very, very helpful. That's my tip. Bike packing, keep you safe, keep you sound, keep you high performance. We can talk about nutrition, high carb, low fat vegan. We see the Indie Pack this year again, dominated by another vegan hippie. We've got Jacob, plant-based peddler. Last year it was Abdullah, the carb camel, the glucose guzzler, and all these. This is all high carb. You know, Sarah Hammond, the vegetarian. It's just everyone's just chugging in the rice and the pasta and the sweets, and it just keeps your body fueled, keeps your motivation high. When I first rode across the Nullarbor in 2002 from Perth to Adelaide, I remember just, you know, motivation was waning a little bit. I'm like, oh, I've got to eat more, you know. And so I had these massive piles of cereal, and in the morning just eat it. I was like, oh, I was just like tired and bloated, but then all day I could just crank it with no caffeine. And so it's just, and motivation was very, very high every day. Sleeping good, feeling good. I had a fucking incredible time, a life-changing time. Carb the fuck up, drink before you're thirsty, eat before you're hungry. Never get thirsty, never get hungry on a trip. If you do, you limit your next day recovery, your performance, you limit your ability to really appreciate what's going on around you, the wedge-tailed eagle or the drop bear or the big red bull kangaroo about to rip your nuts off. You just, yeah, you want to be carved up, be hydrated, be present, get the sleep. If you're going to use stimulants, caffeine, etc., use them in the morning, if not at all, and don't use them every day. Let your body regenerate, etc. And if you have any injuries, etc., just try and learn what the issue is. And also, check your cleat bolts every now and then. Anyway, I can talk for hours. If you want more tips, go to Durianrider.com, get a copy of my ebook, Durianrider's Lean Body Bible, the best cycling ebook, tips bar none. Hundreds of all my experience over the last fucking decades riding bikes. I've never had a driver's license. I'm a 42-year-old making videos at the local park. My 29-year-old wife behind the camera there. Life's good. We'll see you on the road.